Welcome to this series where we are using a Holland playthrough to try and learn EU5. Now, I want to start with, as usual, saying a big thank you for your comments and feedback. It's the person who actually took the time to point out that the way you tell whether an army's got a general is by the star rating. That also tells them how good the general it actually is. Now, the second thing is I want a bit of an apology that, as you might have noticed with my slightly odd zoom in, that my actual proper mouse has just given up the ghost, in the sense that it was a wireless mouse and for some reason it won't work now. Whoops, I'm going to pause the game actually. So I'm now on an emergency mouse, which is it's actually very basic. So it's got no fine controls. So things might get a bit sketchy with the tracking, but more importantly, the zoom in, zoom out. That out the way, let's just get down to some actual gameplay. I want to start with something that's very important to do with the economy. Whoops. This is this slider down here. I've had starving provinces, which has resulted in me losing population. You see, we've lost a lot of population, partly due to the war and partly due to the fact that I'm starving my population to death. And what I've found the culprit is, and this is very important, that this slider here, which was added as part of a patch. Come on, game, move over. I'm gonna have a problem. Needs to be over this far, all the way over. And the other thing I've also found is if you come to automation, if you turn the balance back on, the game goes a bit sketchy like that. So don't turn this on to automate your balance, because it will put this down to 0 and cause you a lot of problems. And of course, the other thing is that this won't take effect. Oops, I don't want it to run. But this won't take effect and actually fix the starvation problem until the month's actually rolled over. Now, the second thing I want to do is go to the cabinet. And at the moment, I'm increasing control in North Holland. But what I need to do is come down here. This mouse feels very, very strange. Not integrate, strengthen, not convert. What am I looking for? Reduce war exhaustion, recovery effort, because I've realized in arms foot here, if I go to here, you'll see that we've got this minus 8.2%, which is not helping our economy. And then the next thing I want to do before we get anything going is we're going to have a go at the Parliament. And put it in Dentag. Host army exercises, army traditions, ties to neighboring countries. I like this trade expedition actually, but so I think we'll go for the trade expedition. See if we can improve our economy. We go back to bellicose support. What does this do? This, you gain 1 antagonism towards being centered in Dentag, changes social art. These guys, what does this actually do? It says, I'm not actually sure. I don't want to change a policy because we could lose 12 stability. We lose 2.5 legitimacy, societal values. I feel that this time round we're just going to go with the flow and take a chance on that actually passing. It will cost us 7 stability if we don't get this here. We are losing money, but I think I can fix that by, whoops, we're going to drop the fort maintenance down a bit. I'd like to keep the rest of this if possible. The other thing I'm considering, and I think this is a, whoops, wait, stop it game, is estates. Now this could be a bit of a slippery slope, but what I would like to do is try if I can boost the satisfaction of the burgers. Because one thing I've realized, and I think this is what's done quite a lot of damage to my this playthrough, is that I've confused crown power, or the power which is over this side here, with satisfaction. So what we can do is see if we can give these guys anything that might actually improve their happiness a little bit. 5%, but I think this is a slippery slope. If you start trying to fix things by granting privileges, we've got to be very careful about change towards a capital trade capacity. Quite like that commercial advisory council, because that will give us more trade capacity by 10%. Control, and we need to increase our trade capacity for the mission. Capital economy, maritime present. What does this one give us? That actually reduces trade capacity. We don't want that. But as I say, I feel that this is actually a little bit of a slippery slope. But I think we can go for a commercial advisory council. And what that should do is push these guys up a little bit more towards the 50%. Once that takes effect. Oh, it's this guy, isn't it? This will become available on the... So this will be on the 27th of May. So I think we can let the game run now. And see what we're going. Now, we've got all sorts of problems here. Okay, so it's recovery effort finished. So that now means that Armsfoot is now kind of back in prosperity. That means we can then shift the cabinet. Oops. The cabinet guy. We have got unrest. Where is this unrest? It all seems to be this one in here. I just wonder whether if we can... just gamble on strengthening control. If we carry on increasing control in here alongside, just wonder if we can just gamble on it, because we got a little bit of control growing here, and as we increase the control, we should be able to get more money. And if we come into here, go to current location, let's go to Utrecht. You can see that the base control or maximum control on here is 28. So if we can improve that, I don't know what the base control here is 5, maximum control 5%. But I think that's got to do with the fact that we're still integrating the population. So we've got that there. Other problems we've got is this area here. It's depopulating, but I can't think of anything that we can do to actually solve that problem, because we can see we got peasants, but what we need, we got no laborers in this market at the moment. This is what we need for these. And at the moment, I don't know how we can promote these people here, because we've got nobody working in here. And if you actually look at the population, if we zoom out again, if we go to population, I can move over. You can see everybody at the moment is moving towards Utrecht. I'm not exactly sure why. Anyway, we're just going to let the game run, and then we're going to try and sort out some of these problems. I'm not going to worry about rivals, buildings with missing outputs. What we got here, resolution to vote. Oh yeah, we've got this to deal with as well. This came up at the end of the last part, and I think what we got to do is come here, and we got to vote for seniority. So I think we're going to vote for that. What this does is it makes Holland the senior partner. Okay, what we got here? Life in the Den Haag. The representatives of this area are sometimes quite distant from Den Haag. Many of the landlocked members often find that life in Den Haag during this visits very different, and they are not used to. Some find that in both cramped and filthy. Many seem quite relieved when they return home. This year there's proven to even harder, delicate. Okay, I don't think we've got that much support anyway, and we don't have a lot of money, and I'd like to try and hang on it because we are losing money at the moment. So we're going to do that. What I'd like to do, if possible, we may lose stability from this. I'm thinking about if we can build another market or something. How much is that going to cost us to build another market? Cannot afford. We need 44. Okay, so we got no money at all anyway. So okay, ship's not repairing. Rebellious location depopulating. This is the one here. It says okay, Horn changes stance on debate, so that's going to give us some prestige. Well, won't say no to that. Our Chancellor reports that we've finished improving relations with England. Okay, but we've got no diplomats at the moment. Great. I wouldn't mind, if possible, getting another alliance. Rebellious states. See, I just feel that. Who are you? You're bourgeois. They're all in around Utrecht. So I just feel that if we can keep improving Utrecht itself, we might be able to kind of do something there. Yeah, it's all RGOs, underage heir. Okay, we've got an underage heir. Got no money. Don't know if I can do anything else to. Okay, landlord scandal, let it slide. Let's have a look at the Parliament. How much support have we got from the Parliament at the moment? 46%. I don't really want to lose legitimately 5% support. So if we lose 5% support, we will go down to 41%. Let it slide. Lose legitimacy, lose prestige. See, I don't like any of these. I think we're just going to let it slide. We're going to lose the prestige anyway. So, but I don't think we would have got enough. We also would have possibly lost even more prestige. So we've got to keep increasing control. We're going to run the risk of rebels. Popswift needs, but so we are producing. See, if we can get this up, this is producing fruit. And the other thing I also found out is that when it comes, I keep meaning to learn trade, and here, what I did find out is that if you automate, take this off, right, and then automate the market and automate at the trading level here. I don't know if that switches that on, but what you can do is actually control the market here. One thing I will say is that my original plan for this series was to track the actual economics and trade mechanisms. I don't think that's going according to plan. I think your first playthrough, you just got to focus on the day-to-day management and try and do that. So in some ways, if I was going to start again from scratch, I would probably go the diplomatic route when choosing a country. So maybe paying Holland for a first playthrough wasn't such a good idea as I thought it would be. But at the same time, it's still a scalable country. Anyway, we're going to carry on labouring through with what we're doing. RGO size, cultural traditions. We failed. Yes, I know. We gained 2 diplomatics. Every node gains 20. The 2 diplomats would be nice because I would really like to see if I could get an alliance against things. But that 20 opinion of all neighbouring countries would be nice as well. I think we're going to go with the 2 diplomats. Just going to pause that while we come in here. I'm just going to look at the advanced tree. At the moment, we're on the age of Renaissance, and at the moment, none of the institutions have been unlocked. So we could go with this. This is brace institutions cost. But what goes down here? What? Oops. Sorry, cancel. Oops. Come on, stop messing about. Recurrent war with no cause, but see, this looks very much like warfare. The navy could be quite used. Blockade tactics, diplomatic annexation cost. So the differences. I think what we'll do is just make us our first cancel. Research that. Revoke privileges costs. So that we got a kind of footstep in the Renaissance. If we come over here, what have we got left to research here? Maximum RGO, stability investment, plus 0.2%. Cultural traditions. Add to research queue. What is this? Faith. Okay. Monthly army traditions. I think I'd like to get to there. So stability investment -2. I think that could be useful. And then maybe we'll add you on as the last thing there. That means I don't have to worry about. Okay, just gonna unpause. Right, we've got diplomatic possibilities. What I'm looking for is an alliance. Because we got an alliance with Luxembourg. And we are currently still improving relations with Luxembourg. We're 152%. Is there any way that we can filter this for military power? Okay, let me just close that down again. What's the filters? Opinion of us. Sort by country name. Trust they have. Antagonism towards us. Favors they owe us. Spy network. Useful diplomatic capacity. So we're not really getting anyone here. We got Cleves. Offer alliance with Cleves. Is there any way I can... Okay, let's just cancel that out. How powerful is Cleves? Open the country panel. I got 1,500. I think I don't really want to have an alliance with these guys because eventually if we survive, we're going to attack them. I think Cleves is far enough away to... I mean, don't want an alliance with Branham. Hanea is... We get an alliance with you. I mean, you're meant to be on our side, aren't you? Just leave that for the moment so the game can pause. Not possible due to we are not in a union. Well, we're in some kind of relationship with Hannah, aren't we? What's the union? Union is a type of treaty that happens when 2 or more countries have come to have the same ruler due to royal marriages. This function is like a defensive alliance in which they will come to each other's aid, help automatically if they are attacked, but laws can be added to them to exchange. Yeah, we're in a union. So it's telling us something that I don't understand. Okay. Right. Well, we'll certainly take that for religious influence and stability. Open diplomatic actions. We're off with these guys an alliance. This is more from a defensive perspective at the moment. I don't think we're going to be waging wars at the moment until I sort out these population issues. And we've integrated Utrecht because we're making a bit of cash again now. And we got these rebellious guys here. Location depopulating. Okay, so it tells us we got another diplomatic action. I want to keep this just for the moment. Missing employees, yes, I know. How can we increase the population? We have truces. Policy enacted. The Holland Union have been as voted to enact established seniority. Yes, so that's it. Let's just go back to the estates. So this has now been enacted. These guys have got a bit more power. What on earth is up here? Heir can have a better education. I did watch a video. Apologies, I can't say which one I did because been watching quite a lot to try and get information. But one thing I did find is that if I go back to the king here, it's this trait increases crown power. So if you look on at the top here, we get crown power from his trait. So it makes sense. Oh, great. Now we got the Black Death. Game, slow down. It makes sense to educate our country in administrative capability. Because if a ruler's got high administrative capability, they will have higher crown power. So we're going to zap you there. Hopefully it doesn't cost us any money. Says the disturbing news has reached us from Balem Anna. We have recently received the following report from there. Last that our ships entering the port, about 1,000 sailors hardly spared. Rats. Okay. Okay, we got that now. Right, disease. Where is the Black Death? Geopolitics. Does it tell us the Black Death? Bubonic plague. It looks like it's not actually on the map at the moment. So we're right. Have we got any other diseases running at the moment? No, we seem to be disease 3 at the moment, which is good because we can't afford to lose any more population. I'm just gonna back to here. We got a little bit of money coming in. What I would like to do, if possible, is increase our... If we go to Midburg, I want to maybe keep building marketplaces. Okay, advancement of the Adel. Okay, we're going to come back to you. I need to sort out this. If we're going to build a marketplace here, how much is it going to cost us? Peasants to pro. We got peasants. Construct the market. Okay, we're going to take a chance on building that there. It says here, Adele gained 10% state satisfaction. Wow. Is that going to help us? Stop it. I presume that's going to gain over time. Priests are well out in front, aren't they? Okay. Let's check the missions. Okay, we got to get our trade capacity to 19 and our trade advantage to 17. Okay, let me just get to the markets. Wow, we've dropped down. So we got 14 for trade advantage, and we've got, looks like, most powerful merchants. Looks like we've lost the edge at the moment. Our trade capacity is 13. So the county of Granma. Who are you? Who are you? Where is Granma then? You're telling me we got this little guy here who's got the highest trade capacity. Wow. I haven't got myself in a multiplayer game and we haven't got some super hot shot Parliament here. How can you have, or is it down to the fact that you've got control? Let's have a look at the control. You look at, yeah, you've got 100% control. That's partly, so it's a little bit of an anomaly at the moment. We look at our control here. Amsterdam. So we're building up the control here in Utrecht. So if we go back to here, you cap out at 29%. So we can't increase the control here anymore if we wanted to. We could keep pushing it, but that's not much point in doing anything like that. Current control is 4%. So I think we're losing the advantage now with we're getting best control we got. We gain, so what we got here, good government policies. There's widespread support from among the War and the Adao for our current policies. Gain 7 stability. That would be nice. 10 legitimacy and 22. I'd like to, so where's our, we've got 100% legitimacy, so we don't need any more. That's helping us get going. So we don't need any more legitimacy. Another 7% stability would be quite nice as well. But at the same time, that money could be useful. We could invest in another market. Actually, no, we're going to go for the stability, because stability will actually kind of thing. So what we, okay, let me just pause. We're going to go to the cabinet. I don't think I'm getting anything from improving control now. We need to get something else that's going to help us. Maybe it's time to back. Yeah, we need to bash the. Not. No. We don't want to expel people. Can we invite people? Is there anything we can do to improve? Encourage migration. Can we? We'll encourage. See if we can encourage migration to there. See if we can get some population back into this area, and see if we can get anyone coming in. I mean, got no idea what I'm doing, but that's okay. We have a truce that expires. We don't need that. We're not really interested in diplomatic relations. RGOs, although these guys are, I think we're just going to run the risk of rebellions and see if we can get it, because these guys are at 61%. Do they fire at 100%? Maybe it's having a little bit of a civil war might actually do it. It says working in the neglected interests of the nobility. Okay. Oops. Let me just get back to states again. So the nobility are improving. These guys are moving towards the equilibrium, but they're going to get fairly happy. These guys are at equilibrium. Okay, so I think we've got a little bit of handle on it. How's the Black Death coming along? All right, can you move out the way, please? Oh, it's here. It's here. I think this is measles, isn't it? We got no disease here. So it's in the Golden Horde now. So it's actually on the map. So there's Lower Franconian Frisian War. The Frisian people have claimed a godless life, independent of their kind of foreign feudal rule, unleashed from any divine guidance. Life in Frisia resembles much more anarchy than it is Bible-approved existence. As devout members of the Christian faith, it's our holy thing. We gain an insulted us casus belli against Frisia. So we could go to war. Unpressed. I don't really think declaring war at the moment when I've already got population problems. We got the Black Death coming. Getting into war might not be a particularly good idea. Markets with lows. We really need to try and we got a bit of cash here. Can I improve this again? We need 53 ducats to for that. Okay, get rid of the unpressed Casus Ballet. Building missing. Some of our buildings lack employees. See, we're still losing. Is that because I've changed? Is there a consequence for everyone? Seems to be flowing into. Where are you going? Let me just see. Okay, maybe doing what I did isn't such a good idea. Ha, we better stop that. We're pulling people away from our area. I think what we'll do is we'll develop north. Can't develop there. We can develop there. We can develop South Holland. Okay, maybe we're see if we can improve the development in that kind of improve development. Let's see. Prosperity, taxes, food productivity. Maybe if we push a little bit of development in this area, we might be able to get things going and actually building levels. Yeah, I think we'll try and improve the development in southern Holland or something like that, just to keep these guys going, integrating, developing South Holland. It's currently average development in Holland is 21.18 due to Den Haag. Okay, so we've got the reasonable development there. Ooh. Okay, something just disappeared. I'm not exactly sure what disappeared. So we are making a little bit of money. Let's just look at how we can make some more money. We got nothing in here in Rotterdam. Okay, let me just see. Well, we got 2 clay pits in Rotterdam. This is making a small profit. We could expand that. We've got quite a lot of workers in here. Let's have a look at. Yeah, we've still got nobody here. We've got clerics. We've got peasants. We've still got nobody working in here. I'm presuming that the peasants need to promote labourers, so we don't have anyone in here at the moment. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. One way we might be able to get a benefit. Scholarly treatises, revoke privilege. Okay, so we're cracking through the research. I wonder what we can build here. Fruit orchard. I'm just wondering if we can build something here that will increase. We've got a clay pit, but that won't. It's not going to add there. Fruit orchards, sheep farms. Now I have heard that if you build a mason in here, this will cost us 47 ducats. What masons do, there's I think it's masons and woodcrafters. This actually reduces construction costs. So maybe we'll build a mason in there. We could promote people up to it. Yeah, I think we'll do that just to see if we can reduce our construction costs. I think it's stone and wood. And so if we do that, I'm grasping at straws here, guys, now. So feel free to tell me if I'm doing something wrong. I just feel that we just need to keep that, just trying to get that momentum going. Let's get back to the, I know I'm obsessing a little bit with the Black Death. Yeah, wow. It's coming. And of course it will spread by trade routes. So if it gets up to here, it could come very, very quickly. Okay. What can we do? We can isolate the country. Requirements not met. Procedural remedies. Can we do anything up to arrange a royal marriage? But you're already married. Are you married? She died. Did she die? Oh wow, we missed this. Died 8 months ago at the age of 24. Okay, we need a royal marriage. Age range. Missing. Oh, who's this here? Oh, that could be useful. Gilders. She's 18. Is one more range of positive marriage. Opinion culture. I think that would be good. A positive negative. That would give us some form of alliance. I mean, I don't know how well that would help. Technically, it's not the country that I'd ideally want to do, but if we could get them in a form of alliance, because the country I would like to take down would be Brabant, but I think if the moment, if we kind of click on, go to open country path, this is, we are slightly weaker, but if we can stack alliances and these guys would be prepared to come in and support us, if we can take Brabant, that would be a major step forward of getting control, because they're their chief adversary, and truthfully the best way to win in these types of games is to try and go for your biggest enemies, not keep messing about trying to pick off minor ones here. What is your opinion of us? Out of curiosity. Country panel. Okay, build a grand palace. I'm assuming that if I say build a grand palace, that's going to put me into debt by a fortune. I can't do that. Do not build it. Okay. Because we don't have the money for it. And I certainly don't want to go into debt. So at the moment these guys have got their improved relations with these guys. Yeah, we're gonna start improving relations with these guys. Luxembourg is 176%. What I want to do is kind of keep building up the improvement, try and get the alliance, and then what we can do then is start building up there, but we've got to deal with the Black Death first. Rebel movements. Also, if we got alliances and were attacked by rebels, we could possibly call in allies to help us. Ships not repairing, so we're kind of getting through here. We don't need the underage air because our air is, how old are you now? You're 6. And you're doing an administrative education. You're going to get a good education, hopefully. Maximum sailors. Okay, we're not improving our sailors. Truces which will expire with Utrecht. Yeah, we'll care less about that. And we still got missing staff. I just don't know what to do about this area here. I know I'm fixating on the Black Death. Where is it now? How far has it got? It's spreading slowly but surely. Is there anything we can do to mitigate the events? Build these disease-resistant buildings. So we can build a mission and a hospital, but we haven't got no money. You've got to be kidding me. 200 ducats. Okay, so we can't do anything about it there. What's procure remedies? The sickness can be fought and pushed back. Many doctors and priests claim that many recipes and remedies might improve the health of the sick. Destiny. We gain procure remedy. Oops. Burger state equilibrium. That's going to cost us money, which we haven't got. We gain stability. We gain. Okay. Is there anything else we can do? Yeah. We can isolate the country. We can gain isolate country until the end of the game. So can we protect the royal family or anything like that? Or does the disease have to get closer before we can do that? What we got here? Influential merchants. Oh, we completed our task. We've managed to achieve a task. Okay, so go to missions. Whoops. So we got luxuries for people. Oh, go. This is going to be fun. This is the reason why I feel that the first tree you need to go down is diplomacy, not mission. I'll show you what that is now. So this is go to the economy pane and you can see your trade. Just clicked on the card. At least 4 imports into the Bruges markets. Merchants is from there. This will take 0 days. Okay, so we've actually got that. Luxuries to the people. So what we've got to do is get our trade capacity up to 19. So that dropped in automatically. Then we got to get wealth in the market. Yeah, that's a nice thought. Building missing employees in Middleburg. Oh, that's the. I think that's what we just built, isn't it? That's the. We built the market, isn't it? Yeah, so we're going to need to build up the workforce there. So we need to get 19. This game is flashing through things so quickly at the moment. We need that trade advantage. Oops. Yeah, because at the moment we're dropping down the stack. These guys are really powering ahead of us, and they've got so zone location, maritime presence. Can we get the trade advantage by? Okay, let's have a look at this. Maybe my navy is. Well, we've got 38% in there, so we got the majority there. So we're building up the trade presence, but I think we're just going to have to try and keep developing the markets, get that trade advantage. We could build another navy or something like that. Okay, tyrannical Adele. Okay. Representative of the people living in the area dominated by one of the most prominent families of the Adels approached the court today, imploring the court to take action which it claims was the systematic abuses of power against the people there. As the ruler of Count Julian, you have responsibility to protect your people. Born lose 6. Turn a blind idea. Oh, great. So if we take that out, these guys are... This game doesn't pull any punches, does it? 10% estate satisfaction. Justice. We've already got these guys building up to rebellion anyway, so the boring at the people at the bottom, but we don't want to trigger rebellion there. I think we're just going to punish the landowners and see what happens. We are heading for a civil war, so yeah, diplomatic actions. And we're losing money, losing a tiny amount of money now. I think I'm going to knock the diplomatic spending back a little bit. I don't want it to go negative, but I just want to make sure that we don't lose money with the Black Death coming up. Got here, what on earth is this? Antagonism received, okay. I think I'm in a little bit of a trap here with the fact that we seem to be going round and round in circles at the moment. We got this population thing. It keeps telling me I've got an underage area. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. Any suggestions about sorting out this population problem, feel free to chuck it in the comments. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.